So this next group, Blacklight, is really interesting. In my former life, I actually was a neuroscientist, and I can tell you that memory, spatial memory, is the only type of memory we know for certain how it works. And I really think that they took this concept and jumped with it because they allow you to relate a location to a particular memory, and we can see how they do that with an AR framework. Let's take it to Blacklight.
Hello, this is Trevor, Mina, and Alex. My name is Brian. Our project is Blacklight. When the four of us got together as a group, we realized that one thing we all share is we all worked in creative fields before we were students here at Full Stack. So as we were talking about what we might want to do, we came to the consensus that we were interested in doing something that combined the arts and technology. So here's a couple of projects that we were inspired by. Our goal was to create something that encouraged people to be creative, tickled people's sense of curiosity, and allowed them to reach a broader audience than would normally be possible. As developers, we wanted to innovate a new medium for communication and discovery, something that didn't exist yet and wouldn't exist if it weren't for us using the tools and technologies at our disposal to make it happen. So what we came up with is Blacklight. Blacklight is an application that allows a user to share a secret, a story, or a memory at a very specific geolocation, and then other users can come along and discover it through an augmented reality treasure hunt. And Mina is going to talk you through how it works.
Thank you, Brian. At the first page, you can log in, sign up, or continue as anonymous. This time, I'm going to log in as myself, and you will be navigated to the home page. And let's move to the map page to leave some memory. You can choose any location, but this time I'd like to leave a memory that I had so much fun here at Full Stack, seeing solar eclipse during this bootcamp trip. And that day I didn't have no glasses, but one stranger gave me a pair. So I'd like to leave the memory here. Now memory saved. To implement this map feature, we adapted React Native Maps, which is a framework provided by Airbnb. And also in this app, we have so many assets. So to optimize this app, we preload and caching those app assets when we initially load the app. Now let's see what happens to the memories that I saved. And Alex is going to talk about more features.
Thank you, Mina. Our app tracks the user's geolocation using Expo API, and it saves it to the Redux store for it to be available for the map and other components. As you can see, here I am in Hanover Square, right outside of Full Stack, and I'm seeing on the map that there is a memory close by, and I'm excited to read it. So I'm going to get to the marker and I'm going to open the augmented reality tab. Using the phone's camera and the Expo AR kit, I'm going to locate the memory displayed here as the floating orb. We used 3GS to style and display the orb and to dynamically size its appearance depending on its distance from the user. When I click on the orb, it takes me to the screen where I'm able to read the memory. And now Trevor is going to expand on the technology that went into building this app.
Thanks, Alex. So we developed Blacklight with these technologies primarily, which was really exciting because some of these are super bleeding edge. Expo 3 is actually, it's an experimental API made by Expo that is a wrapper for Apple's AR kit. We were able to use that to build out most of our AR features. And then, as Alex mentioned, we used 3JS to design the orb. And then another one I want to mention is GeoLib, which we used to calculate the distance between a user's current location and a memory's location so that we could render the memory orb only when the user was within a certain distance from that memory. And then in addition to these, one of the challenges that we faced was with real-time tracking of the user's location. We tried a few different libraries, but none of them were quite built for what we were trying to do. So we ended up just rolling our own utility functions and building them ourselves from scratch. And yeah, that is Blacklight. We have loved developing it. We are planning on releasing it soon. In the meantime, you can check out the code base on GitHub, and we look forward to revealing your secrets. Thanks.
That's incredible. I think the the locking of the AR was really good, and I think it kind of gives me this idea that this impression that there will be two realities in the future, right? That those who are in this AR reality and then those who are in normal reality. And I think the video captured that well. That there's memories left everywhere, and some will see them, some will not. That's really cool. I think they be on Expo, the React native aspect.
Yeah, I thought it was very impressive. The remembering of memories as the kind of the subject matter is also something that's very simple, and so I'm sure they could spend a lot of time on getting all the AR stuff right, and I think that was a good choice as well.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing when I was working with them to see how little documentation was out on some of these, pretty really new technologies. Some of them couldn't even run it because you could only access ARKit on the iPhone 6s or later. It was pretty,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool to watch and work with them.